My talk is entitled Recognizing God in Everything and Everyone. Most likely, there is no other word in any language subject to more disagreement, variation of belief, and misconception than the term God. Usually, always, it carries a connotation of some force or power coming from somewhere, whether high up in heaven or high up in consciousness. No matter how many humanly imagined concepts of God there seem to be, there is only one existence, one infinite, one all. So instead of wading through countless would-be human beliefs or ideas about the nature of God or the denial that there even is a God, start with simple and universally undeniable truths that consciousness is conscious, awareness is aware, and existence exists. Existence is an undeniable fact. To say existence is God, however, doesn't mean existence contains God. That would mean existence is greater than God. Existence being God is because it is existence that is all presence, all power, all that is. Existence, or that which would be called God itself, is the conscious being that is present here and now. It is what is speaking these words and what is listening to these words. God simply couldn't be a power far off, for there is nothing outside of consciousness. You can't look for a power outside or beyond because there is nothing outside or beyond. We are truly all that exists. Krishna said it best, "When you can see me in everything and everyone, all suffering will cease." That's God telling you, I am everything and everyone. How times have changed from a few hundred years ago, where I probably would have been burned at the stake for speaking these truths publicly. My, how times have changed. Everyone here has no doubt heard of the term enlightenment. Enlightenment is the remembrance of who and what you truly are. Enlightenment does make a human the most powerful being in the universe, but not in a conventional sense. You might not visibly change the world, although some masters did. You might not become well known, although some masters did. You might not become wealthy, although some masters did. You might not have any supernatural abilities, although some masters did. You might not have any students, although some masters did. You might receive no recognition for your lifetime for your massive direct or indirect contributions to humanity, although some masters did. Society might think you are a simpleton, a nobody, but being a nobody is generally so puzzling to the mind that it wastes no time in starting to fill that empty space with being. The mind cannot endure being nothing and nobody. However, if you fill yourself with an identity, with a personality, then you are clouding your own awareness of being. Being nothing is true freedom. Only when you are not filled with concepts, thoughts, and impressions are you free to be filled with the eternal love of God. Ashtavakra, the revered Vedic sage, was ridiculed for being handicapped. Jesus Christ was crucified. Ramana Maharaji was beaten up and the Buddha was poisoned. What will happen to you in the course of your life? Nobody knows. Your life doesn't belong to you, so why are you still claiming it? Life belongs to life, not to any individual consciousness. There's truly nothing to be afraid of. You will not be you anymore after realizing who you truly are. The limited you who you think you are is a short concocted story. It's a fake, a sad case of mistaken identity. The real you, infinity itself, is one with Eshkavara, Jesus Christ, Ramana Maharaji, and the Buddha. The real you is one with life, one with God. I can personally testify, and I have in prior talks, that I have subjectively experienced enlightenment, though I don't believe it was the highest level of enlightenment possible. I can still say without a doubt that non-duality is in fact our reality and truth. You are not part of everything and everyone. You are everything and everyone. The spiritual path is not a straightforward journey. Life will sometimes hit you hard and drop you to your knees so that you can rise up again and realize that you are not even the one living life. Life is living itself impersonally. We get so attached to the convincing illusion that it is I who's living it, that we get lost in the sense of being the thinker of thoughts and the doer of deeds. But nothing could be further from the truth. Imagine that you are taking your last breath and you have in front of you all your possessions, money, goals, ideologies, accomplishments, etc. Do they seem important now? All of your problems, do they seem like an issue now? Even your loved ones, you have to let them go, and that's okay, because what you love about them is not their body, it's not even their personality. What they love about, whether they know it or not, is not your body or personality either. What you love in them and what they love in you is the presence, which is all-wise, compassionate, and deathless. And you are not leaving behind something or saying goodbye to that love. You are actually going to merge with and dissolve in it. You are actually going to wake up and realize that you are indeed the very love that you seek, and God is love. So you are love. A useful practice that I've implemented in my spiritual life is using the name of God as a mantra. So whenever and whoever I look upon, I always keep in mind, I am that I am. The biggest blasphemy isn't declaring that you are God. It's denying your divinity. It's time to start recognizing God in everything and everyone, especially yourself. And with that I say amen and amen.